past weariness against them that seek to enslave you. In the name of the Lord of Initiation, Amen. When I fly and I alight as an hawk, of mother of emerald are my mighty sweeping wings. 2. I swoop down upon the black earth, and it gladdens into green at my coming. 3, children of earth! Rejoice! Rejoice exceedingly! For your salvation is at hand. The end of sorrow is come. I will ravish you away into mine unutterable joy. I will kiss you and bring you to the bridal. I will spread a feast before you in the house of happiness. 6. I am not come to rebuke you or to enslave you. 7. I bid you not turn from your voluptuous ways, from your idleness, from your follies. But I bring you joy to your pleasure, peace to your languor, wisdom to your folly. 9. All that ye do is right, if so be that ye enjoy you.
Be thou therefore prompt and active as the sylphs, but avoid frivolity and caprice. Be energetic and strong like the salamanders, but avoid irritability and ferocity. Be flexible and attentive to images like the undines, but avoid idleness and changeability. Be laborious and patient like the gnomes, but avoid grossness and avarice. 20. 20. So shalt thou develop the powers of thy soul, and fit thyself to command the spirits of the elements. Forbid thou to some of the gnomes to pander to thy avarice. Thou wouldst no longer command them, but they would command thee. Wouldst thou abuse the pure beings of the woods and mountains to fill thy coffers and satisfy thy hunger of gold? Wouldst thou debase the spirits of living fire to serve thy fired ice cream? Wouldst thou violate the purity of the souls of the waters to pander to thy lust of debauchery? Wouldst thou force the spirits of the evening breeze to minister to thy folly and caprice? Know that with such desires thou canst but attract the weak, not the strong, and in that case the weak will have power over thee. 21. In the true religion there is no sex, therefore take heed that thou blaspheme not the name by which another knoweth is God. For if thou do this thing in Jupiter, thou wilt blaspheme. HB, Vo, HB, Yard, and Osiris, H
quiet and strong like the salamanders. But avoid irritability and ferocity. Be flexible and attentive to images like the unnamed. But avoid idleness and changeability. Be laborious and patient like the gnomes. But avoid grossness and 20. So shalt thou gradually develop the powers of thy soul, and fit thyself to command the spirits of the elements. For wert thou to summon the gnomes to pander to thine avarice, thou wouldst no longer command them, they would command thee. Wouldst thou abuse the pure beings of the woods and mountains to fill thy coffers and satisfy thy hunger of gold? Wouldst thou debase the spirits of loving fire to serve wrath and hatred? Wouldst thou violate the purity of the souls of the waters to pander to thy misdogs and fill the terrain? Wouldst thou force the spirits of the evening breeze? Know that with such desires thou canst but attract the weak, not the strong.
Hello, I am well acquainted with baiting and switching. Many of you know a catfish on this app. She's a good example of bait and switch. She baited and switched a lot of you. And, you know, all I can say is many people here, they don't read anymore. And they don't even look up definitions of words because they just don't care. They're lazy.
Can you give me a definition of circumcised?
Can you give me the definition of caprice?
Can you not ask questions like a fucking Jew? Answer my question, you idiot.
Oh boy, you're a special one.
Give me the definition of circumcised.
Give me something, give me something.
Give me the definition of definition.
So that I'm gonna kick you out of the room.
You just have to ignore him. Who are you talking about?
And can you give me definition of circumcision?
Yes, it's when a moil takes a razor blade and delicately cuts the foreskin on a schmeckle.
Okay, that's gay.
And then they take that foreskin and they photograph it and put it on Tinder and Hinge to attract human shit like yourself, flies, to garbage. And then Vladislav is there. Look! It's human shit!
That's not circumcised, best
Is that what happened to you? Did you have a bad moil? Did you have an accident on your schmeckle?
What's a moil? Nigga, what's a moil?
Did you just say the N-word?
Nigga, yeah.
Did you say it with the A-H, the A, or the hard R?
There's no H in nigga, my friend.
No, you can say it with an H at the end.
There's no H.
Yeah. N-I-G-G-A-H. Nigga.
Yeah, you can put it that way, it's fine.
All right. I'm glad we finally agree on something, Vladislav. Nigga. That was with the A-H at the end. Nigga. That was with the A-H at the end.
N-I-G-G-A. I didn't hear the H, bro. You're racist as fuck.
Well, I want everybody to pat themselves on the back because you are experiencing at this very moment extreme brain rot. Vladislav here suffers from what we call in clubhouse therapy rooms brain rot. I just talked.
Over fucking use because all these boomers and fucking millennials are using it from Gen Z. And I knew brain rot a long time ago, but I don't use it in my vocabulary because I don't fit that demographic. And it seems stupid that people in their above 30s using that terminology for little kids.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Well, does anyone here know about the diagnosis NFFN? NFFN? Nigga, faggot, faggot, nigga. You've never heard of the NFFN diagnosis in psychiatry, the DSM-V 69? It stands for nigga, faggot, faggot, nigga. NFFN. Hello?
I was right about that word. I was right.
Hello?
You guys are really overwhelming me.
It's alright. It's fine.
Hello?
Fuck you.
I recently came out with a clothing company called Sunshine Babyface Hello Clothing Company. Hello?
Isaiah, how you doing? Hello. How's all the Adderall fiends doing in this room? Excellent. I know it.
Vladislav, is it true that Isaiah, the Ayatollah, is gay? Vladislav, how much longer do you think you have to live on the battlefront in Ukraine? A week? 2 weeks? Hello?
Fuck you. What
You never heard of the NFFN diagnosis in psychiatry, the DSM-V 69? It stands for
Oh my god, there's a guy who looks like Jeff on Reddit.
Really?
Yeah, it's on Big Daddy.
Oh wow. Do you think it's
What
good?
is that? A Reddit page here, I'll send it to you guys. Oh, okay.
Well, I want to thank everybody for coming. It's good to come once a day. I like to come before I go to sleep. It puts me right to sleep. Then I take the deepest breath of the day. And I hold it for 10 seconds.
Oh my god, does it look like Jeff?
10, not 11. 10, not 9. Then sometimes I take the second deepest breath of the day. Did you feel like you got baited and switched? As soon as I saw that face.
Salacious stuff behind her back. But envy works like that. It's very covert. And you'll think, oh, this person's my friend and all this kind of stuff. And then when something happens,
Hello?
they can be on the other side. They will turn on you. That's envy.
Hello?
That's jealousy right in your face. Jealousy, they'll say something bad about you. They'll be all
Hello?
That's jealousy. But envy is what you got to watch out for.
No, you gotta look out for avarice and being capricious. But you don't even know what those words mean. Avarice? Caprice? Hello?
When did Chris Paul come in the room?
Jonas.
Kick me.
With the same thing tomorrow, Adrian, okay? I might not be in a good mood because I feel like you playing with me.
You are running into.
And in that case, the weak will have power over thee. 21. In the true religion there is no sect. Therefore take heed that thou blaspheme not the name by which another knoweth his God. For if thou do this thing in Jupiter, thou wilt blaspheme. And ye shall have, seek and ye shall find, knock, and it shall be open.
What's up, baby? Bro, you got some good ass cookie coming. Throwing that motherfucker in a circle, bro. The island girl. I'm an island girl. Now I'm back in the circle.
You know, the thing is, the mystery is gone. There's no more mystery. Because the best pornography that's ever been made has already been made. You can't top it. So if you've seen the best, then you walk out into the real world and you meet a perfect 10. And then let's say somehow you manage to get her in the sack. Well, how does she perform? You never heard of the NSFN diagnosis in psychiatry, the DSM-V-69?
That
It
was
stands for nigga, faggot, faggot, nigga.
Right.
NSFN.
These chicks, man. These chicks get, was that body glued?
Nigga, faggot, faggot,
1,000 guys in one day. Some
You
you
never
see
heard of the
dildos,
NSFN diagnosis in psychiatry, the DSM-V-69? It stands for nigga, faggot, faggot, nigga. Nigga, faggot, faggot, nigga.
Once they first started cutting up things with knives, into knowledge.
I'm gonna fucking blow your heart out. What the fuck you doing here? Shit. Hey, you want me to top this shit? What the fuck? I'm just gonna be straight up honest, bro.
See, the thing is, if you
fucking follow behind that shit.
if you got a broken heart and you miss the woman who made you so happy because she was just so beautiful and so wonderful to be with, and she's with some other man right now, riding him on the couch, living in a multi-million-dollar house, saying, "Oh, honey, I love you," but yet she just rode you like a year ago, or 3 years ago, or 5. My point is, you still have to find your own happiness and your own to-do. So, actually, most women are just like the moon. They're just orbiting you. And, you know, some planets have multiple moons. Some planets only have one moon. But the moon represents a woman, and the woman is just the satellite. So what is the Earth? And who are you?
I don't know what an earth is. I know what an earth is. An earth, that round ball, that green and blue ball. It's the truth of the earth, KP. You better ask somebody.
The truth of the earth begins at your birth. It ends at your death.
You got blue balls or some shit. What the fuck?
Hello. I saw a woman get out of an SUV one time, walk up to a guy in a line and shoot him in the chest. Shot him right in the chest, ran back in that car and took off. The guy ran down the street spraying blood right out of his heart. That bitch murdered her husband.
Was this in Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah, something harsh in Chicago. I believe it. Wow, I believe it.
It was at an establishment.
Chicago and
It's called Boss Bar. She murdered her boss at Boss Bar.
was she black?
I'm not sure. I don't know for sure.
Between Chicago and fucking Elgin, that's where motherfuckers live in. Yeah, Chicago was rough, man. I thought Detroit was bad, bro. I'm like, man, Chicago, hell no. Man.
People from Detroit come to Chicago. They do crime sprees here. Then they go back to Detroit.
Yeah, Chicago's a whole other beast, man.
People come to Chicago to commit crimes. Then they leave. They go back to where they came from.
Ain't shit over in Chicago. You got the Sox, Cubs, the motherfucking hair bro, goddamn candy. That's it. Get the fuck out. Yeah, the Bears are Indiana's leaving the Bears over there, man. Yeah. I don't know where they're going, you know. Indiana, it's gonna be. I mean, yeah, they're proposing it be right on the border, so Chicago fans still have access to it. But yeah, bro, they're the Bears want to leave, man. Chicago's becoming a wasteland, bro. That's the dumb shit, man. The Bears, boy, Brandon. The Bears been there for what, 100 years.
See, the thing is, there's a lot of corporations here, so every year there's a new influx of recent college graduates. So any major city has that same draw, which is, you know, high quality recent college graduates. And so you get a lot of hot chicks, you know, who are in their 20s. And it's like that in every major city. And those chicks are the ones on the dating apps talking to thousands of men. So, and they just circulate every year, a new batch, a new crowd, a new swipe.
Just like I was shocked when the Rams moved out of St. Louis. They built that whole fucking stadium, which was a beautiful stadium. I've been there several times. Sunset Hill.
What's up, my guys?
What's up, Chief? And they pulled the Rams out of there. It's like, this doesn't make any sense. So you're just going to sit here, build a stadium, and let it rot, and not bring anything in. You could have made a proposal to the university to have them play there or something. What's going on, Stash?
Oh, long day.
What's up, Pistachio? You saw anything today?
No, I might have a couple deals this weekend, though, which that's what we want. We want them on Saturdays.
Oh, why is that?
I get the full docking fee.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's just $575 versus $200.
Okay, nice. Make good money.
Yeah.
There you go. Go get it, man. You can tell all your customers that come in during the week to come back on Saturday.
No, I sell them if they're ready to sell, but there's, you know, like I'm talking to a guy now. I've talked to two guys today that said they would be able to come in Saturday.
Nice. Oh shit! Today is Wednesday. God dog it. No, I didn't put my phone in. What's that shit?
Then I take the deepest breath of the day.
You guys got the votes up?
And I hold it for 10 seconds.
He ain't sent nothing for it yet. I don't know.
Oh my God!
Neither one of us have been real consistent this last week.
Then sometimes I take the second deepest breath of the day.
We do, Vic does this room on Thursday nights called the Squinting Room.
Did you feel like you got
And he gives us the choice of 3 different art pieces, and everybody who comes into the room gets before the show starts, like usually he sends it out today, or early in the morning, and you pick one of the 3 pieces, and the one with the most votes wins. And then we discuss that piece of artwork. Vic's went to school for art, so he knows how to like critique it and stuff, and he teaches us what to look for, which I went to school for art too, so this is stuff that I already know. I'm just an art nerd, so I like to participate. And so he tells us what to look for, and
True ritual is as much action as word. It is will. 14. Remember that this earth is but an atom in the universe, and that thou thyself art but an atom thereon, and that even couldst thou become the god of this earth whereon thou crawlest and grovellest, that thou wouldest even then be but an atom, and one amongst many, nevertheless have the greatest self-respect, and to that end sin not against thyself. The sin which is unpardonable is knowingly and willfully to reject truth, to fear knowledge, lest that knowledge pander to thy prejudices. To obtain magical power, learn to control thought, admit only those ideas that are in harmony with the end desired, and not every stray and contradictory idea that presents itself. Fixed thought is a means to an end. Therefore, pay attention to the power of silent thought and meditation. Material act is the outward expression of thy thought. And therefore, hath it been said that the thought of foolishness is sin. Thought is the commencement of action. And if a chance thought can produce much effect, what cannot fixed thought do? 18. Therefore, as hath already been said, establish thyself firmly in the equilibrium of forces, in the center of the cross of the elements, the cross from whose center the creative word issued in the birth of the dawning universe. 19. Be thou therefore prompt and active as the sylphs, but avoid frivolity and caprice. Be energetic and strong like the salamanders, but avoid irritability and ferocity. Be flexible and attentive to images like the undines, but avoid idleness and changeability. Be laborious, heretious, like the gnomes, but avoid grossness and avarice. 12. Remember that unbalanced force is evil, that unbalanced severity is but cruelty and oppression, but that also unbalanced mercy is but weakness, which would allow and abet evil. Act passionately, think rationally, be thyself. 15. True ritual is as much action as word. It is will. 14. Remember that this earth is but an atom in the universe, and that thou thyself art but an atom thereon, and that even couldst thou become the god of this earth whereon thou crawlest and grovelest, that thou wouldest, even then, be but an atom and one amongst many. 15. Nevertheless have the greatest self-respect, and to that end sin not against thyself. The sin which is unpardonable is knowingly and willfully to reject truth, to fear knowledge lest that knowledge pander not to thy prejudices. To obtain magical power, learn to control thought, admit only those ideas that are in harmony with the end desired, and not every stray and contradictory idea that presents itself. 17. Fixed thought is a means to an end. Therefore pay attention to the power of silent thought and meditation. The material act is but the outward expression of thy thought, and therefore hath it been said that the thought of foolishness is sin. Thought is the commencement of action, and if a chance thought can produce much effect, what cannot fixed thought do? Aether, and hath already been said, establish thyself firmly in the equilibrium of forces, in the center of the cross of the elements, the cross from whose center the created word issued in the birth of the dawning universe. 19. Be thou therefore prompt and active as the sylphs, but avoid frivolity and caprice. Be thy intelligence and toilers and salamanders, but avoid irritability and ferocity. Be flexible and attentive to ninjas like the undines, but avoid idleness and changeability. Be laborious and patient like the gnomes, but avoid grossness and avarice. Thou therefore who desires magical gifts, be sure that thy soul is firm and steadfast. For it is thine, brethren, thy weaknesses, that the weak ones will gain power over thee. All ourselves preserve ourselves, casting our lives and red light spirits. Feel is failure, and the forerunner of failure, and courage is the beginning of virtue. Therefore fear not the spirits, but be firm and courteous with them, for thou hast no right to despise or revile them. And this too will lead thee astray, command and banish them, curse them by the great names of me, but neither mock nor revile them, for so assuredly will thou be leading to error. 9. Amen is what he maketh himself present, and there is this by his inherited destiny. He is a part of many organizations, so that only one equals himself, but also the whole universe. And worship and neglect not the physical body, which is necessary commensurate with the outer and material world. Therefore let thy men
Learn first, O thou who aspirest unto our ancient order, that equilibrium is the basis of the work. If thou thyself hast not a sure foundation, whereon wilt thou stand to direct the forces of nature? Know then, that as man is born into this world amidst the darkness of matter, and the strife of contending forces, so must his first endeavor be to seek the light through their reconciliation. Thou then, who hast trials and troubles, rejoice because of them, for in them is strength, and by their means is a pathway opened unto that light. How should it be otherwise, O man, whose life is but a day in eternity, a drop in the ocean of time? How, were thy trials not many, couldst thou purge thy soul from the dross of earth? Is it but now that the higher life is beset with dangers and difficulties? Hath it not ever been so with the sages and hierophants of the past? They have been persecuted and reviled. They have been tormented of men. Yet through this also has their glory increased. Rejoice therefore, O initiate, for the greater thy trial, the greater the triumph, when men shall revile thee and speak against thee falsely. Hath not the Master said, blessed art thou! Yet, O aspirant, let thy victories bring thee no vanity, for with increase of knowledge should come increase of wisdom. He who knoweth little thinketh he knoweth much, but he who knoweth much hath learned his own ignorance. Seest thou a man wise in his own conceit? There is more hope of a fool than of Learn first, O thou who aspirest unto our ancient order, that equilibrium is the basis of the world. If thou thyself hast not a sure foundation, whereon wilt thou stand to direct the forces of nature? Know then, that as man is born into this world amidst the darkness of matter and the strife of contending forces, so must his first endeavor be to seek the light through their reconciliation. Thou then, who hast trials and troubles, rejoice because of them, for in them is strength, and by their means is a pathway opened unto that light. Is it but now that the higher life is beset with dangers and difficulties? Hath it not ever been so with the sages and hierophants of the past? They have been persecuted and reviled. They have been tormented of men. Yet through this also has their glory increased. Rejoice
Therefore, O initiate, for the greater thy trial, the greater thy triumph, when men shall revile thee and speak against thee falsely, hath not the Master said, Blessed art thou! O aspirant, let thy victories bring not vanity, for with increase of knowledge should come increase of wisdom. He who knoweth little thinketh he knoweth much, but he who knoweth much hath learned his own ignorance. Seest thou a man wise in his own conceit? There is more hope of a fool than of him. Man has the right to live by his own law. To live in the way that he wills to do. To work as he will. To play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. To man has the right to be what he will. Drink what he will, to dwell where he will, to move as he will on the face of the earth. Man has the right to think what he will, to speak what he will, to write what he will, to draw, paint, carve, and mold as he will, to dress as he will. For man has the right to love as he will. Take your fill and will of love as he will. When, and with whom he will. A life-lifting woman has the right to kill those who would thwart these rights. The slave shall serve. Love is the law. Love under will. Love is the law. Love under will. Love is the law. Love under will. Love is the
Nevertheless, have the greatest self-respect. To that end, sin not against thyself. The sin which is unpardonable is knowingly and willfully to reject truth. To fear knowledge, lest that knowledge pander not to thy prejudices.
Man has the right to live by his own law, to live in the way that he wills to do, to work as he will, to play as he will, to rest as he will, to die when and how he will. To man has the right to eat what he will, 'cause he